Hi and welcome. My name's Zeph and I'm a data analyst, and I want to show you how I created this performance dashboard using an SQL connection with an embedded query and a refresh button that updates the two charts with the press of the button using VBA code. So let me go ahead and show you how I did that. So I have my query that I'm using for the project here, and I organize it into one cell so that I can reference it with my VBA code later on. I went ahead and manipulated the query a little bit. That way, whenever I have the device type that I want to use from the drop-down menu, it'll reference this cell right here. So just depending on what device type is shown here, will be shown in the query for my data. In order to do that, though, I use a VLOOKUP. So the VLOOKUP has a reference of a drop-down sheets with my two device types that I'm using, and then using the format control, I'm outputting the number that's correlated to the device type onto this cell. So depending on what the drop-down shows, it'll go ahead and reference that device type here. All right. So let's go ahead and show the raw data. This is the raw data that I'm using for my connection. So for me to initially get that started, it went to from database and then from SQL Server database. Once you click here, you want to have your SQL Server in the background. That way you can just copy and paste the server name here. This is a database that you're using for the project, and then just an initial statement just to get the connection started. I have my query that I already want to use, so I'm going to go ahead and reference that later on in my VBA code. So this is the code that I'm using. This is the one that I used to manipulate the data. So as you can see, I'm referencing the A7 cell where I have my query organized, and then this is the database that I'm using, and then this is the server name, and it's going to get outputted into this raw data sheets right here. So that's the code to do that, and then this is the code that I use to update my two pivot tables that I'm using in the project. And then last but not least, this just to have that smooth transition. So it has a little bit more of a professional look, and you're not going through each window when you press the button. And then these are my two pivot tables I'm using to create the charts. Went ahead and used these two pivot tables to create the charts, and then just added it to my reports sheets right here. And then that's basically it. So then every time I choose the device type and update it, that's the finished product. So this is very helpful because it saves a lot of time, and I know how important it is to have time saved, and not just anybody's life, but for every company. So this project showcases that, and it's something that I continue to learn every day. So hopefully we get to work together in the future, and then I hope you got some value from this video. So thank you for your time.